Okay, now here's a woman I tried to help who wanted to start a garlic farm, right? And that's a growth business, and that's it. And she's in Virginia and everything. So here's what I was able to come off the top of my head, the kinds of sources of free money to start your own garlic farm. So watch this. Hi, Wanda, you there?
I'm here. How are you doing?
Fine. Where are you at? You sound southern.
I am in Bedford, Virginia. I'm very southern.
I see. Oh, that's cool. What do you do now, Wanda?
Market on the internet.
Really?
And what I want to do, Matthew, is I want to start a garlic growing business because what I've researched is that garlic is a very cash crop.
Right.
And in the note you'll notice that I told you that my brother's a veteran, he's a partner, and I'm a woman, so I didn't know if you knew if there's anything available for us in those,
You want to do actually the farming too, or what?
Yes, that's what I want to do is the farming.
Ah, yes. And actually, do you have any farming stuff now? I mean, do you have a farm now or anything?
Yeah, we have a farm now, 100 acres where we raise Black Angus cattle.
Ah.
But I want to do something with garlic because it's very lucrative.
Yeah. No, I think so. And in Virginia, there's a lot of stuff. What's that city you're in Virginia again?
It's in Bedford. It's between Roanoke and Lynchburg. You know where Jerry Falwell is in Lynchburg?
Yeah. Okay. Bedford. Okay. What's your email, Wanda?
It's guiding, Guiding, light, L-I-G-H-T, the number 8 at gmail.com. It's guiding light to the number 8 at gmail.com.
Okay, I'll send you some stuff. Okay. Did you just text me? No, I see. But yeah, I mean it's agriculture. I mean particularly small business. They want more people doing this. Particularly in rural areas. I'll try to find you some. There's two places you should check, and actually agribusinesses, that's big in Virginia. I was just doing some research down there, and they have special things to help people start that kind of businesses. What you get will depend. In other words, grants, loans, or expertise, or marketing help, all that kind of stuff. So when you go looking for help, don't say, hey, I'm looking for a grant. That just pisses people off because you sound greedy. But that's what you want, and it's real. And so what you want to do is just, hey, I need assistance to start this business, to try to learn what's available, for that. Because number one, I think you have going for you is rural areas. I mean, tell you the truth, women and veterans, and that's a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It means more, tell you the truth, if you're going to sell your garlic to the government, and they probably buy more than anybody else. And so that would be helpful. But for general help and money and whatever, it really, it's a small percentage. There's just so much general money for not that. It's silly just to look for that and just to look for anything when you're going. There's two places you want to call, I think, is your Business Development Center. If you call 211,
okay.
That's a hotline all around the country that shows you about nonprofit organizations and government programs. And just say for help starting a business and you're looking for the Small Business Development Center, not the SBA. This is a state program at the Small Business Development Center, it's called. And they sit down with you for free and help you think through that whole schmagiggy. And actually, I was just reading, I think it's this month they're having a seminar somewhere in Virginia, down there somewhere, maybe not quite that far down, in one of the economic development areas for, food-related startup businesses. Yeah, let me try to find that. I mean, off the top of my head, what you're doing, I mean, that sounds like growth area. I mean, all the snob and food and all the stuff that's happening. I mean, I go to every restaurant here in the Washington area. Everybody claims they're hooked up with 15 farmers, and that's where they get everything from.
I'll tell you something else I'd like. If you run across anything about that would help me in selling garlic to the government, I'd love to have that information.
Okay, that is, there are offices, that get grants to do that. To do that. In other words, these professionals know how to sell to the government. They get a grant from the government to help people like you sell to the government. So that, but I mean, if you're not growing it yet, you know, that's I would concentrate on how that is, because that will be a process, probably like the growing, you know, getting that stuff, you know, going. But again, I think with that, talking to these people in your state and county organizations there, they'll have a sense of the market and all that kind of stuff, and give you some feedback on if this is a good, you know, crop. I mean, you sense that already, but just to get, you know, some other feedback on it, you're not completely nuts or something, you know, would be good. And then, but the actual selling, because that's a long process, I would think you got to get seeds in the ground and make sure you're in the business first. I mean, and don't ever hesitate. Just email me. Actually, I got a great interview of a guy down in Virginia who helps small businesses. That's all he does, you know, and he's free from the government to help you do that. And he sat there in the interview, I'll send you a link to that too, is saying that you don't need to hire an expert to do any of this stuff, you know, and you don't. And that's what I'm trying to educate people about doing, that you don't need. So in doing this, let me show you the bases to touch their county, you know, and state and federal, because they all want you to succeed because you'll create a job, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the key to all this. And you have a Aggie-related business now, so and the biggest thing about it, you're a taxpayer. So when you're ever stuck with this, you call your elected official and tell them, hey, I need help doing this, you know.
Okay.
And they may not know everything, and they call me a lot of times, say, hey, where'd you say this is? You know. But they have staff that just does this for free. See?
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what's cool. And another thing to handle is something called 211. That's a hotline number that you could call to find government help for anything, or nonprofit organizations and things like that, to help anything. Like I did a video on it just the other day. You need to get your sidewalk shoveled, you know, for free. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, we have so much free help but we're not organized. And so if you search for it on the internet, you'll never find it, because you'll find the people selling you something. The people giving away for free won't show up on Google, you know.
Okay.
Because they, you know, it costs money to get on the first page, you know. So, and so you'll see 50 million websites, and you know, the first 10 pages will people selling you stuff because they spend a lot of money figuring that out, how to get there.
Matthew, do you think there's any money out there to help me buy 10 to 100 acres?
Yes, I don't think a grant, maybe, but you know, that's less likely. And that's, I mean, you see, rural development is a growth area for small business and everything. We want to keep people there. So it means economic development to do that, you know. And there's USDA, you know, your regional office, Department of Agriculture. They have grants and loans, you know, for ag-related businesses and all kinds of funny things. And that's why the best way to do all this is get a list of what they have, so you could see how to make what they have a value to you. If you go in and say, hey, here's what I need, that's not as effective as seeing what they need and how you could fit in.
Oh, that makes sense. Let me ask you, do you know if there's any land conservation banks or land banks?
I wouldn't know, but these people down there would, you know, and that's why the experts, I'll send you some stuff. Actually, I'm going to send you, I have a report that somebody wanted to start making food in their house or something, food related business. And I did a whole bunch of research. I'm going to send you a copy of that report, and that will give you all the sources in Virginia to find for starting a business. And I did the research already on that, and it may not be for your county, but you'll see how to find the ones for your county in there. Because, yeah.
How do I find people who do good research? Even if I pay them, how do I find good people?
Do research, man. I'm starting to do that. I think because that's what people. I send the stuff and they don't do it. And, I mean, it's still hard. You know, it's so hard. I mean, what you can try. There's two places you could try, and just do tests. It's hard to test anybody. It's hard to judge who's good and bad, except by results. So that's why you go on, Fiverr, FIVERR.com.
Okay.
And Upwork, UPWORK.com. And Fiverr, like, there are people that will do things for $5 for you. Test them. Find people who do research or writing or something. Say, I'm looking for this. So they see who will do something for $5 or $10 for you to see what they can do. That's how I used to hire researchers. I mean, instead of writing resume, it doesn't matter. Anybody could say anything they want. So you give them a small project, and I'll hire 5-10 people at $5-10 a piece. That's cheaper than doing anything else. And,
That makes sense. It's still good they are.
yeah, and that will tell you more. That's why on these, there's platforms now like Fiverr that make all that easier. Okay? And that's what's cool about our life today. Like here, look at what we're doing here.
I love this office hours. It's really neat.
Yeah. How'd you find out about me on this or whatever?
I got an email from you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, good. Okay.
I bought a lot of your stuff.
Oh, you're the one. Okay.
Lots of your stuff I bought, it's all on your email list. So when they sent this through, I said, "Oh my gosh, yeah."
Okay, great. Okay. I'll send that out to you, Wanda, that report I did.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I know we're getting ready to run out, but I thank you so much for taking
My
the time.
pleasure. You bet. Okay, I'll be back on here soon, so keep an eye out. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
All right.